Guys, have you ever experienced seeing this beautiful girl across the room and you're trying to muster up the courage, the confidence to go ahead and talk to this female, and you just find yourself sitting there watching her from afar, kind of like a creep? Or if you've been in the same class with this female that you've been really like you really like, or you had your eye on, and you never once throughout the whole semester, throughout the whole year, you didn't do a single thing about it. Well, my name is Alexis, and in today's video, I want to go ahead and outline some points to help you realize why you did nothing, and some action items to help you guys with your future and your future experiences with trying to speak to women and trying to hang out with women and so far and so forth, and eventually get into a relationship with a woman. Anyways, so the number one thing and the first thing that stops you guys from speaking to women is that you've never done it before, right? How do you expect to be good at something if you've never done it before, right? The people that you've probably talked to of the female gender has probably been either your mom, well, of course your mom, and if you have siblings, if you have sisters, right? And it's a completely different ball game. So you have to put yourself out there. You have to speak to people of the female gender. You have to, even if it's not in a romantic way, by you speaking to them, you become more comfortable speaking to women, right? Now, everybody gets a little bit nervous when they're speaking to a woman that they find very attractive and that they eventually want to pursue other things with, but you learn to handle that with time. But a lot of you guys don't even have the prior experience of speaking to a female and just having a conversation, right? You can even just picture it as talking to one of your homies. I mean, in the end of the day, they are your homie at that point in time. I'm not even talking about females that you want to speak to and get in a relationship with right now. You need to practice before any of that is even possible, right? And then once you get comfortable with talking to females that are your homies, then you can move on to speaking to women that you find attractive and that you want more than just a friendship with. And it'll take time, but you still have to exercise that muscle, right? You can't expect to take the W every time if you can't expect to win flipping championships if you've never once practiced how to play the game. That doesn't make any sense. That is so illogical for you to think that you can achieve that by not having any experience. And then if you try once and you're like, oh, nope, I can't do this. That's not how life works. That is not how you're going to get a female. That is not how you're going to be able to go through life at all. You're just going to be lonely. You're going to be hating yourself in the corner or hating yourself in your room, wondering why, questioning why, like what's so wrong with you, and then you're just going to end up alone. Nobody wants that. Us as humans, we want to be with other people. We want to have that part of our lives. We want to love people, right? So speak to women, exercise that muscle. If you get rejected, boo-hoo, oh well. And is it going to hurt? Yes, but what is stopping you? And I find a lot of people have a lot of problems with They like I said before, they try once, they get burned, they get rejected, and then they're just so scared of ever doing that ever again. Like, it has become such a big fear for them to where they never do it, right? So you have to be able to put yourself out there again, which is also another muscle. You have to be comfortable, you have to be okay, and trust yourself in putting yourself out there again and trying over and over and over again. You can't expect to do the same exact thing and then have it become a different outcome, right? So every time you speak to a female, learn, listen, kind of analyze what went wrong, how that conversation even happened, right? And no female's going to be the same, right? That's just not the case. So you can't take every single interaction as set in stone for every other female that you're going to be speaking to. No. Now you have to really see if, was I the only one talking? Was I only talking about myself? And was I using certain communication skills to where it involved her as well, right? So instead of it just being if she asks you a question, be like, I like to go swimming and I like to surf and I really just like the water. You can make it a two-way conversation and add the word you in. So you ask her questions back as well. So, I really like to surf. Have you ever been surfing before? Have you ever tried? Right? So it engages her in the conversation as well. Now it's a two-way conversation and you're speaking about something that you like, but you're also engaging her in the conversation as well. So, and not even that, but you have to ask her questions as well and then listen. Y'all are so quick, y'all are so nervous and anxious as you're speaking that you just fire off everything. You give no space for silence. You give no space for any mystery. You just keep talking. You're going like 500 miles an hour. That's not how you're supposed to do it. And like I said before, all of this comes with time. All of this will be a gradual thing, and focus on one thing and then learn one thing and then move on, right? And there are hundreds of different things that influence this, right? Everything is cohesive. Having confidence in this, being able to communicate, being able to work on yourself, being able to just like chip away at the parts of yourself that are holding you back in these types of situations. And like I said before, I brought up being anxious and being nervous as well. Everybody feels that when they speak to a woman. Even confident people, even people that like are the most attractive people in the world, right? They're still going to be nervous in front of people that they find super attractive as well. It's because the fear of that rejection and the fear of them not liking you. So you just have to become more comfortable with that. You have to be very, very confident in yourself to know that if they don't like me for me, that's okay, cool, right? It wasn't meant to be anyways. And if you put on a fake persona, if you become somebody that fits their certain box that they want, then that's not your true self. And then that's just a big mess at the end of the day. So the next point, should be get to know yourself really, really well. Basically, focus on yourself, if I were to put it in other terms. Because once you become confident in other areas of your life, once you become stable in other areas of your life, you will attract women as well. So by building up confidence in something that you already do or that you're already kind of good at, whether that be sports, whether that be a hobby that you have, and it doesn't have to be a cool hobby that is known socially. Like, you don't have to be a football player, but say you were really good at painting or you were really good at drawing, right? That is something that you can lean into. That is something that you can build up confidence in yourself. And then you'd be like, yeah, no, like I am good at what I do, right? And then that can translate into other areas of your life as well. And just really, like I said before, really focus on yourself. Do it to where you're able to be by yourself. You're okay being by yourself. And if there's a female that interests you and she comes around and you go to speak with her, regardless if it goes good or bad, if you get her number, if you don't, if she dumps a drink on your head, or if y'all are meeting up the next day, it should not matter to you whatsoever. Now, like I said before, that comes with time, but most of this stems from a lack of confidence in yourself, a lack of confidence in being able to present yourself to somebody that you find attractive or that you want to make a good impression towards. Now, like I said before, in order to do that, you have to exercise that muscle. You have to be able to, you have to do it. You have to put yourself out there. And in order to help you do that, you have to build up your confidence as a byproduct, right? You have to get to know yourself. You have to be able to see where you're lacking and then work on that. If you're not comfortable in the style and the clothes you wear, if you're not comfortable with people seeing how you look, maybe work on that. Find different styles, find different clothing to wear, and not for other people, but stuff that you like. Because once you like something, or once you feel comfortable in what you're wearing, it boosts your confidence tenfold. So don't do what everybody else is doing. I mean, if that's what you like, then do that. But if you like anime, go ahead and put a flippin' anime tee on, right? And as a byproduct, you'll probably pluck out everybody who doesn't really like anime. And like, you don't want to date those people anyways, because that's hiding a piece of yourself. So, and also work on your body. If you don't feel attractive in your own body, so if you want to lose weight, if you want to put on weight as well, go hit the gym, go do these things to get this ball moving in place as you're trying to exercise the muscle of speaking to women. You can work on a couple things at once, and it's, at the end of the day, it's really not that difficult. It just takes time. It takes effort. It takes commitment and discipline to stick with all of these and keep it going. You might not be able to see any good results, right? You might not be able to actually like meet up with any chicks or anything, but if you're losing weight or if you're putting on weight and you're becoming more comfortable in yourself, that's already a W, right? And then the girls will come with time. So just focus on, you have to move the focus to yourself before you move it to somebody else. At the end of the day, that's really all that matters anyways. But in order to get to that point where you're able to to speak to women, you have to be at least somewhat comfortable in yourself in order to even get them. You can still speak to women and not be comfortable in yourself, and you might see some results, but it's not going to last. If you want something that's able to be consistent as time goes on, you have to be able to be confident in yourself. You have to be able to be honest with yourself, to have faith in yourself, to trust yourself in those situations, and not to rely on anybody else's validation, right? Like, it don't matter if she likes me. It don't matter. It really does not matter. Okay? Like, at the end of the day, it's you, right? And it's not like you're cussing out the girl for not liking you or anything, or like you're bad-mouthing the girl like, oh, like she's an idiot, blah, 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 blah. No, right? She didn't like you. Okay, cool, right? There's nothing on her, the bad on her for that. And this all comes to, yeah, like I said before, how you present yourself. And it don't matter what she wants. It don't matter anything. Or it does matter what she wants. It does matter. But you shouldn't need the validation from her to feel good about the situation, right? You should be confident in yourself. You should be able to handle those situations and be able to move on from that and continue to move on. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to dive deeper on any of these topics or a different topic, go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and let me know also what other topics you want me to speak about as well. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.